and welcome to
everyone.
Her Voice with Robin.
And Olivia.
And today we're shaking in our boots because we have our chairperson here today, the chairperson of her campus, Miss Nikka Campbell. Miss Nikka Campbell, how are you doing today?
I'm so good. How are you guys?
We're
Good.
chilling. We've actually been hanging out the last 3 hours, but we're here joined to bring you a new episode of Her Voice. We got our committee hoodies today,
Yay!
which are absolutely
We're
class.
currently wearing them, although you cannot see.
Oh, I'm not.
They're
Lol.
so comfortable.
They're baby pink and white, so if you run for committee next year, these could potentially be yours. But today we have a new topic, and it's all about what I believe is our biggest event of the year. What do you guys think?
I agree.
Yeah, definitely one of the biggest ones, yeah.
Which is our physical magazine launch. We're basically going to talk about everything surrounding it, from what it's about to why we do it, the process, the party, the launch, everything and anything. So, Olivia, do you want to start? What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of the Her Campus physical magazine?
I think of pink, obviously. And then I think of last year's magazine launch. It was just so much fun. Even though I was not on committee, I still had so much fun at the launch. I loved the actual physical magazine. I just loved the night in general. I think it was such a good night. And then also just to see all the articles written, all the photos. It was amazing.
What comes to me first is honestly the process, because I think sometimes the process, it's not actually the most glamorous thing, and then when you see it all put together, you're like, oh my god, it's beautiful. I remember when we had our photo shoots, we were all like, oh my god, this camera's not working, how do we save them? Oh, they're all getting deleted on, oh, we're doing our photos around DCU, these aren't going to look good. And then when I saw the physical magazine and everything being illustrated, I was like, oh my god, we made such an amazing thing. But we don't know a tenth of what goes into it, because last year I was sponsorship. So my main goal last year, my main responsibility, even though I messed it up, was doing the raffle and getting sponsors for the raffle. So I got a good amount of things. My personal favourite, I think, was getting the ANF ball ticket, because I remember people going crazy when they wanted to win that. But we got loads of sponsors like Ditzy Bits. I got the Grafton Barbers, pharmacies to give tan bundles. I think Nikki and Granny did an amazing job too. They got Pilates socks. So I will always remember that and announcing the winners, because obviously that was my role last year. But again, we don't know a tenth of it because we don't run it. Nikka is basically has to be the manager and kind of be the yes man and make sure that every single thing happens accordingly and in place. So tell us what you think about, because I'm guessing it's a lot more stressful than we think it is.
It is, definitely, but it's so rewarding. That's what I think about when I think about the magazine. It's so collaborative and it's rewarding. There's so much that goes behind the scenes that people don't see, obviously, from booking rooms to organizing cameras, organizing photographers, organizing sets and props for the pictures. Then you have to edit all these pictures. You have to shortlist them. I think we took almost 700 pictures last year, and obviously you can only use 30 pictures in the magazine. So that's also really difficult, picking the best ones and which ones match up the articles. Then you have to edit all the articles, you have to approve them, make sure that everything's up to the correct standard. Then you have to do all of the layout design, which takes so long. I remember me and Eve, Christmas Eve, editing the layout, because then once you do that, everything goes so quick, because obviously we have to edit all of the articles from the members, and then we have to do all the photo shoots, and then we have to pick everything, and then we have to do the layout, and then we have to send it to printing, and then we have to go and contact a hotel and arrange that, and then you have to organize transport for it and decorations and raffles and sponsorship. There's just so much. It's such a collaborative process that it's the one thing that I think everyone gets involved with, no matter who you are. The members are so heavily involved. Everyone on the committee is so heavily involved. It's not just one person, but it's definitely you have to micromanage everything, because you're nervous that something will go wrong. But I think it was an amazing event last year and everything went so smoothly.
I think the main thing for me that I didn't even think about until last year, I mean when you told me, was having to get the photos in a month and a half before the actual launch. And I'm like, why? Because printing takes so long, and what if they come and they're not printed right and you have to do it all over again? That's something that I think you wouldn't even think twice about unless you were running the behind the scenes. So how did you find the whole printing process, even when it comes to choosing the color, choosing the shape, what company to go with, all the kind of printing aspect of the physical magazine?
Yeah, that was definitely probably the hardest for me, especially I'm not a graphic designer or anything. So we had to all agree on a theme and kind of a vibe. Then we had to arrange what fonts we're going to use, everything down to the size and the detail. And obviously it's very hard to organize it when there's a few different editors and they all have their own creative vision. And then we obviously, when we had it all together and we spell checked everything, we made sure everything was to the best of our capability, then we sent it to this printing company. And then a lot of printing companies would be like, oh, we don't do this, or we don't support color print, or we won't make that many, because we printed 300 magazines last year. And then there's other ones that are like, oh, only if you follow our template. And then we ended up with a really good business who overlooked all our work but then made us change our template. So we had to like change all the sizing like last minute, and we only had like 2 or 3 hours to do it. So obviously that was a struggle, but we know now.
And for next time.
Yeah, definitely. We know for this year. So there is a lot that you don't realize goes into it. So I'm very appreciative of everyone who edits, because it's very hard. But at the end of the day, you like get the magazines, and I remember our vice chair like FaceTimed me and she was crying. She's like, oh my god, look at it, it's so beautiful. Aww. Because you see it on Canva and you keep staring at it for like a week straight, and you're just like, oh, I just need this to be perfect. And you see it in your hands, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, you feel so proud, I'd say as well.
Definitely, it's one of my like most things I pride the most, I think, in my life, just because it's just such a fantastic thing. And then you pick a charity, and like it's all for charity, and everyone has so much fun, and it just like showcases everyone's work. It's amazing.
Well, Maria, and was there any, I know you're not really on the article side, but was there any of the articles that you read that like stood out to you for like future, for any members listening that are thinking of running an article? Like, what stands out in an article that could make it into the magazine?
The articles last year were so good. It was even so hard to shortlist.
Yeah, the magazines were so good. Like the articles, even like especially Robin Lawler one run, and it was really, really good.
I remember there was just so many good ones I can't even pick. I think the fashion one did stand out to me because I was very interested in it.
That's me, guys.
There was one about women in television production in Ireland, which I thought was very creative, and it very much linked like students in Ireland and people who study TV production, and I thought this was very interesting because there's not much about it online, and I was like, oh, this is very good. Then there was a few anecdotes from people's lives which kind of stood to me. I remember, I think Maeve Wallace wrote something about like a rock that traveled around Ireland, and it was in aid of like this lady who like their mom died, and they like sent out positive messages on rocks around Ireland.
It was people who had experienced breast cancer and lost someone to breast cancer, and you pick it up and bring it to a new location, so someone would find it. It was such a beautiful story.
Yeah, she wrote about it. It really stood out.
And I don't know why the mini game always stands out to me, because that felt like when I was 8 years old and you went to like Londis at Tuttle's, you know, and so you get like a magazine that has like a free lip gloss and all the cute little mini games. So I really hope that we do that again this year.
Yeah, I think that really stood out. I just remember like my table I was sitting at, everyone opened it, was like, oh my god, there's a quiz, like who am I, and that really like drew people in. I feel like as well the articles are so important, but I feel like the little fun things like that really like stand out in the magazine as well.
That's the thing you don't really like, sometimes people don't get. You have to grasp people in, and I think having something light and fun being the first page, they're enamored already. They're like, oh my god, get a pen to paper, and they're already focused. I don't know why, because I didn't expect that to be there, so whoever decided to do that, like, was it Miss Nikka Campbell?
Of course, yeah.
So please have
I don't have the attention span to read everything, so I wanted a little game first. Yeah.
The next question we want to ask is, I know this is kind of a random one, but there's a lot of people who write amazing articles and only a select few get chosen. Is there any way of going about it you think in the most ethical, nice way? Because even though I know last year like mine was chosen, but this year mine might not be chosen. You never know. So how do you go about the disappointment and also the process of choosing the best of the best?
I guess at the end of the day, obviously everyone is an amazing writer, and no article was bad. Like it was a very hard process, and our editors definitely went through a tough time. But at the end of the day, every article will be published anyways, whether that be on our online magazine or our physical magazine. So your work doesn't go to waste, like it will get published. And at the end of the year, we do try our best to have another event that showcases people's work, whether that be like their poetry, their recipes, their writing, their art. So we will try to do like a cute little event showcasing everyone's work, but no one's work ever goes to waste. Like it always will be published.
And also this one event isn't the end all be all, because every single week we post them, and every single week we have an article of the week. So it's like, even if you're not chosen, like we will still showcase your amazing work.
Exactly.
So because everyone's so talented.
And then in regards to like the photo shoot as well, how did you find that last year, and what would you be looking for like in terms of like I know we haven't announced the theme or whatever yet, but like in terms of the photos, like what are you looking for photo shoots? Like what should people expect when they come to one of our photo shoots?
So our photo shoots are great because we invite everyone. We don't just pick selected models. We want everyone to come and try, and we have like props, we have different locations, so you just have to be authentic, you have to be yourself, you can't be camera shy, obviously. We'll pair you up with different groups, different people. We'll try, I think as long as you're having fun, that really translates when you take a picture. Because obviously if someone is awkward or shy, you're going to be able to tell, and we won't be able to use those pictures. But last year we just had so much fun. We like would grab a drink maybe, or like go for a walk and then take some like aesthetic pictures just of us having fun. And I feel like they were the ones that made the cut, the ones that weren't too serious and weren't
posed.
Yeah, I think so, because it just showed like last year our theme was girlhood, and it just showed like the authenticity of it all, and people laughing and people having fun and people sharing experiences. Now of course some of them were posed, but we'll teach you how to pose, we'll show you what we're expecting, we'll share a Pinterest of like the vibe that we want. Like you will be given guidance, it won't be awkward. We have some fun music playing, like we'll have some like little snacks or something. People will have fun.
And there's also, I feel like every group there is a committee member there who have experienced it. So if it is your first time, if you have any questions, come to any of the committee members. We'll be able to help you out. I guess our next bit is that there are so many ways to get involved, even if you're not a writer. So do you want to give us a little like list of all the ways that you can be a part of this amazing event or this amazing magazine?
Yes, for sure. So obviously a writer is great, but also this year we're looking more into like branching out and showing all of our creative bodies, whether you're a writer or not. So I know we want to display people's artwork, so if you're a painter, a drawer, whatever you are,
A sculptor.
yeah, we would love to showcase some of your work, maybe write an article about being creative and displaying artwork. Then we want some poets, someone who can write like even like songs, poems, short stories, whatever you guys are interested in. Then we obviously have our articles, then also any photographers. We would love as many photographers to come, showcase your work, get recognized for your work, add it to your portfolio. It's a great opportunity. Then we obviously need models, we need some pretty faces for our magazine, and then we need people to show up, we need people to read the actual magazine, come to the magazine launch. There's so many different ways you can get involved.
I think a big bit as well as the sets and props. I remember I don't know why I always remember this one girl came with like four fur coats, and I think they were nearly every single one of our photos, because it was our first magazine. You know, we didn't have we were a little bit more limited, but I brought loads of pieces that even if I weren't in the photo, the props were still used.
Like
so
your shoes on.
Yeah, like your shoes on me, or like I think I wore Sinead's fur coat at one point. So it's a very kind of collaborative, creative, blended experience. If you have any pieces that you think would stand out immensely in our magazine, I think bring them in. And then we're also looking for subcommittees this year, right?
Yeah, we'll probably look for a few sponsorship subcommittees, photography subcommittees, and then I'm not sure if I can reveal the rest for now, but
have to wait and see.
Wait and see.
Definitely, we want to get as many people as involved, because the whole premise of the magazine, it's all her campus, taken by, written by, and modeled by for her campus. Exactly. It's all of us, so we want to get as many people as involved as possible.
I can't wait. Like, it's going to be so good. And then that's all like the hard part, I say, of the magazine. So what does like the launch entail? Like, what can people like expect, and what was it like last year?
Well, the day, obviously the committee sets up, very nerve-wracking day, but it's so exciting.
We were all so nervous.
Yeah, like you're shaking, you're like, oh my god. But people start to arrive, we scan your tickets in, there's music playing, it's all very good vibes, there's a bar open just for us, people grab a drink, then we do a few speeches, thank yous, there's like snacks on the table, whatever you guys want, there's photographers floating around, there's a photo wall, like there's a lot of opportunities to get your Instas looking glam. And then we have a few speeches, and then the physical magazine comes out, everyone reads through it, if there's any games, any quizzes, people get involved with that, people buy raffle tickets, it's all great. Then we have a really funny pub quiz, people sit down, there's loads and loads of raffle prizes to be won. It's actually amazing.
So we're going to have a raffle desk as well, like last year.
Yeah.
So
what
before
happened last year?
I feel like, because it's actually like a debate to this day, because, okay, basically Grania is going to say to the day that she didn't do this, but I know for a fact she did this. She told me different numbers. So basically what happened was there was one bit that was completely my fault. So I had never done a raffle before. And do you know the way you have to keep one set of the same numbers and then give the other set of the same numbers to the other person? I was giving them out like 3 pages.
So she'd be giving people like 2 of the same rows of
So let's say if it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 twice. I actually forgot to keep the other one. And then I was like money laundering. I was charging double the amount because I thought it was €5 for 1 stripe, and then it was actually 5 for 3. And then it was just a whole debacle. But at the end of the day, like, I wasn't actually told the numbers, so I think I was just making them up on the spot. Or, like, I was told that we never had the final number, so I was giving them all out, and then like 15 minutes later, when they were announcing the prizes and like maybe go buy a ticket because this is that, I had a flood about 30 people coming to me, be like, you scam me, can I have my money back? And I don't know how to count. I do comms, so I left and Grania took over. So let's just say, thank God I am not a sponsorship officer anymore, because it was not in the cards for me. But it was just, it's crazy that the things that go wrong are what you remember.
Exactly.
Like, that's always so much fun. And like, it wasn't that deep. No one was angry. It was
And
just
you'll
like a funny little mistake.
You learn from that, like, at least we
Yeah,
can laugh
not to
about
trust
it
Grania
now.
with numbers anymore. That's what I remember. It was good crack, but I loved announcing them because I was announcing them at the front of the stage. And when I say a number, you look around and you see people going like, oh, damn it, or people screaming and everyone looking at their numbers. Like, it's such a thrill. It's technically like gambling, so it's like a gambler's high, but I think that that's a really fun part. There's so many amazing companies that get involved, obviously because they know they're donating not only to our society, but also to the charity, because they know that the raffle tickets go towards an amazing cause. So there was loads. What was your favorite sponsorship? Because I loved Ditzy Bits.
Yeah, I love the Ditzy Bits. I wanted the Ditzy Bits t-shirt so bad.
Did you win anything?
No, I don't win anything.
People won at your table though,
Scam,
right?
yeah. I remember, I think Maya won the ANF ticket. I wanted an ANF ticket as well. Like, I really kind of wanted anything. All the prizes were so good. Like, I know Maya won the ANF ticket, and one of the lads won the Boston Barbers thing.
Yeah. Oh,
and
that's
then
cool.
Alison won the matcha.
The matcha bar
Bar
voucher.
voucher. Like, there was such good prizes. Like, I honestly would have been happy with anything, but I didn't win anything.
Well, the funniest things I always remember is when the man won the facial, and all the women were like, it's her campus donated to her girl, and he's like, absolutely not, I'm going to the spa tomorrow. And then when another guy won a pair of Pilates socks, he was like, oh my god, my sister loves Pilates, I'm going to give it to her.
Exactly.
So it's like, guys
not
can
just for
come.
girls,
Yeah,
yeah.
guys can come. And look, if you want to wear those Pilates socks, you wear those Pilates
Yeah,
socks.
like,
But if
there
you
was
want to
so
donate it to
many.
women, you can do that too.
There was loads of lads at it last year. I feel like a lot of people brought like boyfriends and friends along, and like it was just great to see everyone coming together for. I know it was like for like girlhood, or like that was the theme, but it was showed that just anyone can be part of her campus, enjoy her campus events, and it was
and support our cause
Exactly.
as well. Another big thing I just remember all the things that go wrong. But basically, last year, the same day that we had our magazine launch, the weather wasn't the best.
It was a red warning.
Yeah, it was a red warning storm. So I think like 2 hours before, loads of people were texting in, right, asking if it was going to be cancelled. We were all like setting up banners and balloons. We were like,
No.
if the storm's coming, it's going to take us with them because we are not cancelling. But
Also, weren't in the position to cancel. We had everything booked. We had everything set up. Like, it was not possible.
And also, we're very near DC, so I feel like when the red warning came in, everyone was already at college, and there's only like 10-minute drive from there. So we weren't putting anyone in like a dangerous position. It was just lashing outside. But Nikki, do you remember anything about the whole organizational process, knowing that storm was brewing?
Yeah, I remember I had a 9 a.m. class, and I was going in, and obviously I was already worried because it was magazine launch day, big day, and everyone was texting me being like, so sorry, can't come, so sorry, can't come. Hey guys, selling tickets for this. Hey guys, selling 20
so many
tickets
people
for the
sell
magazine
tickets.
launch. I was like, stop it! Don't do this. But at the end of the day, we had a lot of
It was a
people
great
still show
turnout.
up.
And it's actually crazy to think it would have been
unreal.
even bigger if it wasn't for. I
Yeah.
completely forgot. I remember so many people selling their tickets because they live from like out of the county.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh!
Over 250 people still came, and that was with the red warning. So I actually would have been shocked to see how many people would have came.
Yeah, because the room was full. I feel like there wasn't like an empty table.
There wasn't.
an empty table. No.
Mm-mm. But
Wow.
no, it was incredible, and I'm so excited for this year. And now we know exactly how to do it, so I think it's going to be even more perfected
Like
than last year.
last year we had the party bus, didn't we?
Yeah.
So people were literally getting rained on. They were completely like soaked in their ball gowns, but you guys still went to coppers. Like you still had a full
Yeah, I had
Exactly.
to, when I left, because obviously chairperson, I was standing at the door letting everyone out. My skirt, you could like wring it out, and it was soaking as if I like fell
Oh
into
my
it.
God.
Like, it was gas.
Oh golly gosh.
And we all went to coppers then. It was great.
Yeah.
Speaking of, sorry.
No, I was gonna say I couldn't come
Oh.
because it was red warning and there was already not enough like transport to where I live. So like, I understand why loads of people cancelled, and I was so depressed, guys. I got such bad FOMO. So this year we're not gonna have any of that. I would
No,
expect
positive
everyone to
vibes.
come. If it's like a red warning, who cares? We still
gonna
go
be
out
there.
like. So what are we gonna say?
But yeah, like speaking of like you have to ring out your dress and like ball gowns and stuff, what would you say is like the dress code, like what people expect to wear, see other people wearing, like what is like the vibe.
I think because it's in a hotel, and a very fancy hotel at that, we were all dressed up in quite like elegant dresses, very kind of like ball gowns, very, very nice. I really, really liked it. And then all the boys were wearing shorts and pants. Some boys were wearing suits. Like, it was very fancy, and everyone looked unreal. And obviously, like, it's such a nice day because you don't really get to dress up that often in suits and like long, elegant dresses. Like, it doesn't happen much. So I think definitely exploit that. And there's professional photographers floating all around the place. You're going to get amazing pictures. Like, I definitely think it's a great night because you don't get that opportunity a lot.
Exactly, so. Yeah. Like, I remember I just wore like kind of like a black long like slip dress from Zara, and it was literally so nice. Like, it was just something I had anyways that I'd been waiting to wear. So it was a great opportunity. And I remember, yeah, you had a lovely dress as well that like you got minted, did you? Yeah. So like you can find like nice dresses for like good price, and also then they just look so good in the pictures. And as Nikka was saying, like you don't get opportunity to really wear elegant fancy dresses like that too much. What did you wear, Robin? You had a nice dress. It was like sparkly.
I didn't have a ball gown, guys, I'm not gonna lie, and I didn't have the funds to buy one. So I think that's what's so amazing about her campus is that you can wear whatever you want and still slay. So I wore a baby pink sequin mini dress, and like it was so much fun. Like it was in my closet and I grabbed it, you know what I mean? But I think just wear whatever makes you comfortable. There was girls in really cool like cohorts. There was girls in like corsets and skirts, and there was girls in silk gowns. There was girls in ball gowns, and we all looked so like beautiful and unique, and everyone was so different. I think that her campus is a very like inclusive place. So if there's what I would love to say if you're coming to the ball is if there's any piece in your wardrobe that you've always wanted to wear, like the most outlandish, the most feminine, what you feel is the most you, and you've never been given a place to wear it to this ball.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you know what I mean? Like, wear that fur coat, wear that leopard print stiletto. Like, I remember when Sinead, I don't know if you remember, she wore like a corset, like a champagne-y black corset, and then like a black skirt, and her hair was all curled, and it was just so beautiful. And it wasn't the traditional ball gown, but your eyes were still on her anyway.
Yeah.
So I think just wear whatever you obviously feel comfortable with, but wear what makes you happy, what makes you feel good.
It is an occasion to dress up, but obviously, like, you have to look what makes you feel confident. And also, the good thing is, we're in a group chat with 300 members. Yeah. If you don't have something to wear, pop it in. Hey, guys, don't know what to wear to this. Anyone have any ideas? People will
tell you.
Or also, does anyone have a spare ball gown I can borrow? Yeah, I have 7. Like, you can borrow from each other. We're all sustainable queens over here.
Yeah,
exactly.
But no, it's such an amazing event. Do you have another question?
I was gonna ask about, well, we kind of touched on the sponsors, but I remember you had like kind of vendors and stuff there. Who was that again? What were they doing? What was their role at the thing? I remember there was like I could be wrong, there was like a vending machine.
Yeah, we had a vending machine from Project Beauty, and it was so cool. If you forgot your lashes or anything, your lip gloss, any touch-ups, you could go and get it from there for very reasonable prices. I remember I forgot my lip gloss. I got it there for like, I think less than $5. It was great. And just like for the whole night, you could just top yourself up. It was great. And then we also had a few other businesses there, and they were giving out goodie bags and like little vouchers and stuff. Then we also had Red Bull, so everyone could come in, get a Red Bull, get a drink. We had a few love hearts on the table and stuff. So we did have a good few things for people just for being there.
Yeah. So last year was our first ever magazine launch. It was incredible. Like, it was such an amazing night. But is there anything that you want to do different, or is there anything additional that you might want to do without spoiling anything too major? But do you have any new ideas?
Yeah. I definitely have a good few ideas to keep everyone more entertained and maybe make it a little longer, because last year when we all were leaving, everyone was like, no, I want to stay, because everyone was having so much fun.
It was only around 2.5 hours. It was like 8 to 11 or 8 to 11:30.
Yeah, so definitely I would like to make it maybe a bit longer. Everyone really loved the pub quiz, so maybe if we get more prizes, we could make the pub quiz a bit longer so people can win more. Also, we have like very good relationships with a lot of businesses now, so I'm sure we could get bigger sponsors, we could get more prizes, and also now that we know nothing's like last minute, so we can organize a lot more, because last year it was an idea and they were like, yeah, and we ran with it, and we just did everything like very, very quickly.
And it was so incredible last year. So the fact that was only done like a month before, like I know you've been thinking about this all summer since September, the whole committee has, so like we really are putting in our all.
Yeah, so definitely a lot more to expect this year, and I think we will definitely perfect it this year, and hopefully no red warning this year. So yeah, no, I'm very,
touch
very
wood,
excited.
lads.
Yeah, touch wood for real. But I definitely think it'll be bigger, it'll be better. It's definitely not a night to miss. Especially it's a lot of ours last one. So sad because it's our final year. So I think people will
I might start crying. I
heart,
want to go
soul,
every year.
blood, tears into it.
And what time of year, what month should our members expect it to be on? I know you probably haven't set the date yet, but is there a time frame where people can kind of like keep their diary free?
Definitely
Save some money.
Yeah.
the end of January, very beginning of February, but around the end of January, definitely save your money for the ticket. The ticket's never too expensive anyways, and we try to keep it as affordable as possible.
And it goes for charity,
Yeah.
so which is an amazing thing.
Yeah.
But I think I just remember thinking this last year. January is such a boring month. Like you have, the climax of Christmas, you know what I mean? And you're like, oh, January is a bit of a boring month. So I think it's a great time just to have something on,
100%.
something as incredible as this event. Because I think if it's March, it's St. Patrick's Day. In April, it's final year assignments. Then everyone's gone for the summer. If we did it in November, that'd be Christmas. So I think you guys chose a really, really good time because you can put your all into it. It's not like you have exams or big holidays. You have a lot of time to figure it out, and most likely everyone will be free if there is no storm warning. So it's really
And
good.
it was all for charity last year.
Yeah.
What was the charity that it was in aid of last year?
It was in aid of Women's Aid last year. It was such an amazing charity. We did speak about them a good bit. We had a little piece. Robin was in contact with them. So we just thought it really represented us and we really wanted to help as much as possible. We tried to alternate charities. So maybe this year would be a different charity just because we like to spread our love, our donations and our awareness throughout different charities. But it was very much perfect for us last
They
year.
were very generous and very in communication with us. I remember one of our raffle prizes was a notebook, it was a tote bag, it was markers. They were so enthralled with the event that we were doing, and
great.
they told us information on what to speak about. So I think, I don't know what your plan is, but I think it would be a charity kind of surrounding
For
women because that's kind of what our society is all about. Nikka Campbell,
Yes,
you are the chair for campus.
I am.
This is your second year being chair for
It's
campus.
true.
Most people are chairs in their final year.
Mhm.
By final year, I mean fourth year. You have been the chair of the society since you were 19?
Yeah.
Since second year.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was it like being in such an important role, not only at such a young age, but in your second year, which is very rare?
I loved it, to be honest. I love power. But
Out of
Gas.
power.
I was PRO of her campus in first year, so I knew the society. I saw the potential that it could have, and I very much thought this was just an amazing society and such a beautiful platform for women and men too. We do have male members, but it was just such a beautiful way to connect everyone in media studies, people who like to write, people who like to get involved with events, and I was just I fell in love with it instantly, and I just saw that we could do so much more with it as well. So in second year I was like, I have so many ideas, I'll be chair. And to be honest, my committee was amazing last year. I loved my events, I loved my PRO, I loved everyone on my committee, and they just made it such a great experience, so easy. Everyone helps everyone out, and that's what I love about our committee as well. I could ask Olivia right now, she's podcast coordinator, I could be like, hey, can you send an email to this person, can you ask for this sponsorship, and she'll do it.
It's a very collaborative process.
We work like a team, and I love that about her campus. It's really, really nice, and it made some of my best friends and definitely got us all very, very close. And then I just loved it so much I didn't want to let it go, so I went for chair again this year, and I got it. Here I am. I'm going to be really sad to see someone take it over next year, but I'm also very excited to see what someone else could bring to the table.
Very good.
Anyway, as chair, obviously, this is going to be your second year. That's 2 years of events. Besides, obviously, the biggest one, which is the physical magazine launch, has there been any event or idea for an event that stuck out to you?
That we haven't done yet.
No, that you have done. In the last year and a half, what was your favourite event that wasn't the physical? Because, that's a whole other league in its own.
Wow, that's a great question. I always love Mission Possible. I think it's such a fun event. We all get ready. We do loads of tasks around campus. And it's just really fun, and then we all go out after. I also really like the murder mystery event just because I'm very
Pretty Little Liars Code.
Pretty Little Liars Core. I really like that. We also have a few other events coming up that I'm very, very excited for.
Yeah, I don't even know them, by the way.
We have a few baking events coming up, which is very fun. We did a few collabs with yoga. I love that. We did a couples yoga class where you got partnered up and did couples yoga.
I was so depressed because I was in class. I couldn't go.
So good. And then we have another event coming up, which is another very big one, but I can't announce that yet.
I actually don't even know which one she's talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Very
cannot
exciting.
wait,
It's at the end
like.
of the year. It's going to be great. It's going to be like a big bang for the end of her campus of 2025.
Oh my god, I cannot
Go
wait.
out with a bloody bang.
Yeah.
Yeah, like literally so much in store.
There's always something going on with her campus, which is a great thing.
Yeah, just make sure you always look at our socials and you're in our group chat. We post about everything. And also, if there's anything ticketed, I would recommend getting the tickets soon.
Yeah, so I think that's really it. Unless, Nikka, do you have anything else you want to say about her campus as a whole?
No, I'm just so in love with her campus. I can't even say anything.
She's jittering in the chair, guys.
Yeah, so I'm just so in love. I'm so excited for all the events. I'm so excited for the magazine launch. This is my favorite event ever. So excited for Sexy Calendar. I can't wait to see see everyone. I'm just so excited. And then I'm excited for our smaller events too. Like the photo shoots are gonna eat. Our like collabs with like I think we have a Come and a Gwail collab coming up. I'm very excited for all of them too. So definitely make sure you follow all of our socials. Make sure you follow our TikTok, our Instagram. You're in the WhatsApp group chat, and I just hope everyone falls in love with her campus as much as I am.
Yeah, we're all in love with our campus. We have such an
Exactly.
amazing committee and such amazing members and such an amazing community that we've built in less than 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, it's been incredible. So this has been our latest episode of Her Voice with our chair, Nikka Campbell. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure to check out our socials again, as she says.
Goodbye.
Bye.